when I thought about the Safe Drinking Water Act, it reminds me like a toolbox I have in my shop. There's a lot of tools in there that, I have to use all the time. There's some tools in there I'm not really sure what they do. And then I've got a couple tools in there that I'm missing some pieces. But there's a toolbox of things that are in this act that can help protect and give Americans clean, safe drinking water. But it's just that, they're just tools. And a tool is not worth a whole lot to anybody unless you've got someone who knows how to turn the wrench. If we didn't have the people, who are members of the National Rural Water Association and their state affiliates, if we didn't have these operators that were out there taking those tools and making this work, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. And I mean this very sincerely. When I think about water professionals, this goes from the managers to the plant operators to the folks who work out in distribution. These people, they do remind me in so many ways of members of our armed forces. And I'm a veteran myself, and I know a lot of things that I've gone through as being a veteran, some of the sacrifices that veterans make, things you give up to serve this nation. If you did not have the water professionals like we have today, you don't have schools that run, you don't have hospitals that are able to stay open, things we normally don't think about. Everything just really comes to a halt when water's not there. When you roll all this back, the Safe Drinking Water Act was an instrumental piece of legislation that culminated in a lot of years of effort and has been amended, since the original '74 Act. And so when you think about water, our Arkansas Rural Water Executive Director, Dennis Sternberg, has a phrase I love using. He talks about how water is the essence of life. And I really don't know how you can say it any better than that. I'm a former state director of USDA Rural Development in Arkansas, and I served from 1996 to 2001. And during my time in that position, I saw how vital USDA Rural Development was, both in their water and their wastewater programs to rural communities. I can assure you that if you don't have a reliable supply of clean, safe water, business will not come. We literally are coming up, we're talking about the 50th anniversary of the Safe Drinking Water Act. We're coming up on a lot of systems that have stuff that is 50 years old and older. Stuff doesn't last forever. There's not anyone that we're going to talk to today that you're going to change the oil on your car, you're going to replace parts on your car. You just don't turn the key and forget it. That's not how it works. The same applies to our water systems and our wastewater systems. What are we going to do to support an agency like USDA Rural Development that has a great mission through the Rural Utilities Service to provide the framework that these communities need? When your system is still hobbling along, or you still, when you wake up in the morning, as long as you can turn on water, you're not going to think about it. But the morning that arrives that, you turn that tap on and you just hear air rushing out, your attitude is going to change quite a bit. Another similarity for me with veterans and water professionals, you do so much work because you love what you do and you're bringing value to your community, but you really don't like to, whether you want to call it brag about it, or you just don't really like to talk about it that much. You don't want to make it about you. You want to make it about the mission. But if you want to do something that is every bit as important and vital as some of the folks that, get all kinds of letters at the end of their name when they graduate from college, be a water operator. Get those licenses, do those things, and you're going to make a huge impact in your community. And I do think there's an opportunity for, particularly in the coming years, that those of us who care about this work, if we can advocate more as a great career path for people who are looking to serve, looking to stay in or near their community, I mean, it's sitting right there. We matter. And when I think about what the National Rural Water Association does, when I think about what the state associations do, you and your people are the trusted source. We've just got to get out there and let that story be told. And the trust that rural water has, you know, next to the water itself, that's probably the most valuable commodity that's out there. And unfortunately, it's a commodity that's in very short supply today. All of you combined into the future, you're going to make the difference. You're going to make the difference for your customers, and you've got to make the difference for the next generation. Those of you that are here today will set the foundation for the next 50 years. To me, that's what the future will be all about. And if we all do that, if we all step up to the plate and do our part on that, I think we'll have a bright future. And just like this river behind me, I think our success will just keep on flowing.